angle. You startled me.
The chess king, who's been stuck in the digital circus longer than anyone, and it shows. He's jittery, paranoid, and halfway convinced the ants are plotting a coup. Honestly, same. If Pomni is panic, Jax is cruelty, and Kane is control, then Kinger is conspiracy, wrapped in a crown. Now, he's not your typical villain. He doesn't set traps, he doesn't cackle menacingly, and he definitely couldn't chase you even if he wanted to. He's literally a chess piece. But here's the messy truth. Chaos doesn't always come from bad guys. Sometimes it comes from that one guy who screams, "Don't step there, it's a dimensional sinkhole," every 5 seconds until everyone's too stressed to function. Today's question: can you charge someone with crimes against group sanity? Because Kinger's greatest hits include spreading paranoia like confetti, derailing plans with hour-long rambles about ant hierarchies, and being the oldest resident who still can't explain anything useful to the newbies. Veteran status? More like veteran static.
Wait, Pomni's not even here? Wasn't this whole thing for her?
Be quiet. I can't hear the escalator.
So, yes, we're doing it. We're putting the king on the board under a spotlight. The counts? Spreading fear, verbal chaos, and criminal neglect, aka, I've been here forever and learned nothing helpful. Is that harsh? Maybe. But if survival is a team sport, Kinger's constant freakouts are basically own goals with sparkles. Is he malicious? Is he exhausting? Absolutely. And in the digital circus, exhausting can be deadly. Welcome to the trial, where checkmate isn't victory, it's just Kinger yelling about ants again. Kinger is basically the circus's old man yells at cloud. He's the longest surviving human trapped in this digital nightmare, and instead of becoming wise, calm, or helpful, he's, well, Kinger. His avatar? A literal chess king piece with googly eyes, which is fitting because half his decisions feel like random moves in a losing game. On paper, Kinger should be the guide. He's been here the longest, he knows the most, and technically, he's lived through more horrors than anyone else. But in practice, he's a bundle of paranoia wrapped in a cardboard crown. He mutters about ants, glitches, conspiracies, and random dangers that may or may not exist. Half the time he's ignored, the other half he's accidentally terrifying everyone. So who is Kinger? He's not the wise veteran. He's the circus's crazy uncle, the one you love, but also kind of wish would stop talking. All right, time to stack the charges against our jittery chess king. Crime number 1, spreading paranoia. Kinger has a gift for turning every minor hiccup into a full-blown apocalypse. A wall flickers? It's collapsing. We're all doomed. A harmless ant crawls by. They're organizing. His constant freakouts infect the group until even the calm ones start second-guessing reality. Survival already sucks. Kinger makes it worse by adding imaginary disasters to the mix. Crime number 2, unhelpful rambling. When the group actually needs focus, Kinger delivers a TED Talk about ant colonies, or a 10-minute rant about something that happened 15 adventures ago. By the time he's done, the actual problem has either solved itself or gotten worse. His tangents don't save lives, they waste time and everyone's patience. Crime number 3, negligent veteran. Kinger's been here the longest. He should be the wise mentor. Instead, newcomers like Pomni get nothing but wild-eyed warnings and cryptic nonsense. Imagine being trapped in a digital nightmare and your guide is just shouting about bugs. Thanks, Kinger. Super helpful? So no, he's not cruel or malicious, but his paranoia, rambling, and failure to help make him less of a leader, and more of a liability. So, how do you drag a paranoid chess piece into court? Welcome back to Circus Court, the only legal system where your jury glitches in and out of existence, and the judge might literally be juggling. This time, the spotlight falls on Kinger, who's already sweating and muttering about ants under his breath. The charges? Rebranded with circus flair, of course. Spreading fear. Constant paranoia that infects the group. Verbal chaos. Derailing every plan with nonsense rambling. Criminal neglect. Surviving the longest, but still being absolutely useless to newcomers. In this trial, intent doesn't matter. You don't have to want to cause chaos. If you make everyone's life harder, congratulations, you're guilty. And in Kinger's case, the prosecution argues that his quirks aren't harmless. They're dangerous distractions in a world where focus means survival. Count 1. Spreading fear. Kinger's paranoia is like Wi-Fi, always on and usually unstable. He sees danger everywhere, even when there isn't any. A floor creaks? He's convinced it's a trapdoor to oblivion. An NPC stutters? Must be part of a conspiracy. And don't get him started on ants. His constant warnings don't protect the group. They exhaust them. Imagine trying to stay sane in a death circus while your teammate yells, "The end is nigh," every 5 seconds. It's not leadership, it's an anxiety bomb. Count 2. Verbal chaos. When danger hits, the group needs quick thinking. What does Kinger provide? Word salad. Instead of useful advice, he launches into paranoid monologues that confuse everyone. Pomni asks, "Where do we go?" And Kinger responds with, "Did you know ant colonies have queens who control thousands of workers? It's just like the void. The void is watching us." By the time he's finished, the group is either more lost or too annoyed to care. His mouth is less of a guide and more of a glitch. Count 3. Criminal neglect. Here's the kicker. Kinger has been here the longest. He's seen it all, survived it all, and should, in theory, know how to help. Instead, newbies like Pomni get nothing but vague warnings and nervous laughter. He's like the guy in a horror movie who knows where the killer is but only shouts, "We're all doomed," instead of giving directions. Having experience and refusing to use it, that's not just negligence, it's criminal. The combo effect. On their own, paranoia, rambling, and neglect might just be quirks of a broken man. But together, they form a cocktail of chaos that destabilizes the whole group. Kinger doesn't need to be malicious. His instability spreads enough damage all by itself. When it's Kinger's turn to defend himself, he doesn't slam the table or object dramatically. He just mutters about ants. His case is basically, "I'm not guilty, I'm just trying not to lose my mind." And honestly, fair. He's been trapped longer than anyone, and staying sane in the circus is like trying to juggle fire while standing on quicksand. And everyone's stuck beside you. And that's the case of Kinger, the chess king of paranoia, the circus's longest resident, and now its most reluctant defendant. He didn't scheme like Kane, bully like Jax, or panic like Pomni. His only weapon was his own unraveling mind, and somehow, that was enough to destabilize everyone around him. The courtroom fades, the neon lights return, and Kinger goes right back to muttering about ants, proving that nothing has really changed. Guilty. Maybe. Dangerous. Sometimes. Relatable. Absolutely. Because in the digital circus, survival doesn't always come from strength. It sometimes comes from hanging on just long enough to go a little mad.